there was also a quick moment, I don't know if you caught this. At one point, she picks up her phone, she starts texting.
Yes!
The text above, she texts to the person, 90% there's no wedding. So she knew going into that conversation, she knew that they were on the rocks. I had to pause and zoom in real quick. All right, we're recording. Welcome to Two Black Girls, One Rose, where together we'll uncover what we can learn about modern dating, love, and relationships from popular television. I'm Natasha, and joining me today to talk Love is Blind is 1/3 of the Smith Sisters live on RadioAndy on SiriusXM. Lauren Smith is here, everyone. Welcome back, friend.
Hi, friend. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So I'm so curious to hear your thoughts. I feel like you and your sisters are like the voice of what's happening, pop culture, TVs. I'm so curious to know where you're at with this season of Love is Blind.
I told my sisters on our show a couple days ago, because I didn't finish last season of Love is Blind because I just couldn't get through it.
Couldn't do it.
I haven't watched the last 2 seasons of UK. The last Love is Blind I really connected with was Love is Blind Mexico, which I loved.
Oh,
I told my sisters, I said, you know how Starbucks has the tagline on the cups that says that first sip feeling?
Yeah.
Season 9 of Love is Blind feels like that first sip feeling, like season 1. Wow. It has me so hooked.
Yeah, I'm in.
It is a return to the absolute what just happened. Who are these people? No, stop, don't do that, looking between my fingers feeling that I haven't had since like Jessica.
Yeah, and a couple seasons.
And Mark.
Yeah. Damn, that's season 1.
Yes.
Yeah. Love is Blind, it's been very hit or miss, hot and cold. It's season by season, really.
Very much that.
And the show has become such a phenomenon, and the people going on the show now know this.
Right.
So it's made casting just like a mess, honestly.
Yeah, it's impossible. They need to find people that don't have televisions or phones or Instagram.
Truly.
But they cast exclusively pretty much via Instagram, which makes it really tough.
Exactly, yeah. As the holidays approach and we get to decorating our homes with all the fun holiday decor, as we refresh our guest rooms for the family coming into town, you already know Wayfair is your one-stop shop. Now is definitely the best time to get ready for the holiday season. Find all your seasonal must-haves all in one convenient spot on Wayfair. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. But yeah, something about Denver this season is giving. It's really the gift that keeps giving. I did not expect this from Colorado.
I have a couple friends that live in Colorado, and I'm like, are y'all good? Like, what's going on out there? I've never been to Denver, and now I don't know if I ever will, because that mountain air or the water or something is getting to these people.
It's weird. I keep seeing the word weird. This season is weird. These people are weird. Denver is weird.
And no shade to anybody. I grew up super religious, but why is everyone so religious also? It's like they're giving Bachelor Nation values in a Love is Blind format, which I just haven't seen that from this show.
It's been shockingly more conservative than I thought. I was talking about this last week. I was like, I thought Denver was like a blue dot.
Me too.
I didn't expect these full, we'll get into Andy and Nick and their full bonding on homophobia. That whole scene was alarming. I just didn't expect that out of Denver. Yeah. And it's just weird. I didn't know Denver, clearly. I didn't know nothing about the city, clearly.
No, I didn't. I was not familiar with their game. And now that I've seen it, I don't want to play it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, these past 2 episodes, we'll get into the meat of it, but I have like just some initial thoughts I want to like get your thoughts on. Alcoholism. That seems to be a theme.
Mm-hmm.
Annie stays drunk. Joe stays drunk.
Yes.
What is going on?
Like my sisters and I have talked about this. I think it's not just the alcohol, but it's the alcohol combined with the altitude that they're at. Because the way that they're behaving, like, I'm worried about the synapses in these people's brains. Joe and Annie specifically, like, when they get to talking, I'm like, I feel like I'm on a roller coaster. I can't follow what is going on, what they're saying. They're so zooted beyond belief. It's concerning.
It is. And I'm like, we're grown. We're still getting like blackout like this?
Yes.
Like, I didn't.
And I saw someone on Threads posted recently. They said that they were like, I want Love is Blind to instate or reinstate a drink limit like,
please,
you know, other shows do.
Yeah.
But my take is that don't do that. Because if in reality, these people are looking to, in a short period of time, determine if this is someone they want to spend the rest of their life with, you need to know that person without producers cutting them off on their drinks. True. Otherwise, you're not going to know how they drink socially in real life. So I understand that, like, for safety and stuff, like, obviously, like, you want people to have guardrails, but in this particular instance, the guardrails are against the ethos of the show. So it's like, you gotta let him drink the 12 Topo Chicos. Otherwise she's gonna marry him.
I know. And poor Allie, we'll get into it. She learned a lot today about Anton's drinking habits, which you're right. If there was a cutoff, she would not have learned this.
She wouldn't have known.
That is true. Yeah. So yeah, that's the whole thing. That's a big theme of these next two episodes. Jordan and Megan, I'm rooting for them. Where are you at with Sparkle, Megan, and Jordan? How are we going into this?
I really am rooting for them. And I have a theory about them. Obviously, we don't know what happens at the altar. Right. But I have a theory that Sparkle Meg plans to say yes at the altar. Because in these last two episodes, she had fresh filler.
Oh, did she?
Her face looked just a little bit plumper. I was fresh. Like, oh, she got something. She got something for her wedding day because she's serious about this. Like, I feel like in the past when we've seen, like, I've seen a couple of the brides and like get like their brows done or get their hair touched up or get their fillers, like, you know, perfected. You can always tell the ones that just are like, don't touch up my roots. I'm saying no. Right. Okay. You know so Megan's planning to take these photos. Yes. And she's planning to be living with these photos for the rest of her life. Right. Oh my God. I love this. It's like a little Easter egg. Her face looked freshly plumped. That means. She just looked like, I was like, I don't know if she got a facial or she got like a PRP, something that's not super invasive, but like one of those things where it's like, she just got a little touch up. Okay. So she's trying to make it all the way through. Yeah. Okay. A little prediction. I like it. Joe and Madison, we see them crumble. I feel like there's no other way that they were going to end, really. This was not going all the way through. I'm surprised they made it off the honeymoon. Truly. And we'll get into Joe and his people pleasing to a fault. Yes. Because we learn a little bit more about his past engagement. Yes. And a similar pattern to where we're at with Madison. Yes, so. This man, he has a predictable trajectory, and he's I feel bad for the next person he's with. Truly, because he don't learn. He clearly don't learn. Not, no. Oh my goodness. And then last, KB and Edmund are exhausting me. I want better for KB, but she's gonna have to want better for herself. And she doesn't. She clearly does not. And that is really, really frustrating me because I'm like, sis, I know you did not wait this long for this. You didn't. There's no way that this is what you've been waiting for. This can't be. This can't be. Cannot. It your ancestors' wildest dreams. No. It can't be. I just can't believe. Like, I just want ease for her. This is the most work I've seen needed for a relationship to work, and I can't do this. I consider myself to like have a high EQ and be a good communicator, and I find myself taking notes on how she communicates because even if it's not how I would say it, I'm like, she's like when she, and I know we'll get into it, when she was saying, now here's my story and don't interrupt me. And the way she just went point by point by point. I have not seen someone in an off the cuff, high pressure situation, lay out an argument so clearly since Phaedra Parks at the round table on the Traitors.
The Traitors, yes. Yes. KB does not mince her words. She don't miss a beat.
No.
She gonna break it all the way down. And she's gonna make sure you know the facts and the figures.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And Edmund ain't ready for this.
Bless him and his skates. He's grown on me.
He has.
I'm of two minds about Edmund.
Okay.
I don't know why. Like sometimes I see him, I'm like, is
it pity?
I see the vision.
Him? No. Is this a pity situation?
It's not. The only thing I pity about him is his mom concerns me.
That was a very telling scene. Yeah, we see where he's coming from.
Yeah.
It made a lot of sense. And it just was so much not being spoken in that scene that was also making me feel for KB, because I was like, is this a setup? Like, how does she, like,
and
what?
The comment about, like, well, I can tell that I can talk to you about Edmund behind his back.
Yeah.
That was odd. And then the beads thing, which I don't know that cultural practice, but then her saying she has it for her, but then I'm not going to give it to you. I'm going to make him give it to you. So there'd be a private moment between you guys. I was like,
it's concerned. A little all over the place.
Yeah.
So KB and Edmund, we'll see. We'll honestly see. My ultimate question, we try to have a question every episode. Thinking through KB and Edmund, how much work is acceptable to make a relationship work? How much work should you be prepared to put in?
Yes, that's a great question.
I'm really toggling with that as I watch KB and Edmund, because I don't think she and I are aligned.
I don't think so either. Yeah. And I think that she's putting in, like, we've been at this for 20 years work.
Yes.
For something that it's like, we've been at this for 20 hours. Like at a certain, I think that, relationships, you should put the work in, but not when you just met the person. Like it's not, if it's not giving, then you can go.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly. This is too early days to be working this hard.
Way too early days.
It's weeks. We're talking weeks.
And half of that time, you weren't even making eye contact with each other.
Exactly. Like, so yeah, we'll dissect. We'll talk through that. Before we dive into the recap, and I apologize, guys, I look a mess. I'm looking at myself right now. I look like, who shot John? But whatever, at least my guess is looking fabulous right now. It's become a family affair here at Two Black Girls, One Rose. My sister Jessica is here today for the pre-show. Say hi, Jess.
Hey, everyone.
So Jessica is also a proud member of the Rose Garden. You will often see her in the comments. You will often see her in the Facebook group.
Yep.
Some of y'all have met her at events.
Yep.
You may have met her back in 2020. We were doing these like Zoom live streams. Some of y'all have met Jessica. She used to be on those. But she is here today on the pod to dissect one of her newest favorite pop culture breaking news moments. Wendy Asefo and Happy Eddie and these fraud charges, y'all. We got to talk about it. Jessica is very in the tea on this one, so we're going to get into it. You guys can only listen to this pre-show on Patreon. All the good shit's on Patreon, guys. You can watch this full episode on Patreon. You can listen to this episode without ads. You also get the pre-show, of course. You can also join us for Two Black Girls Watch on Patreon, where you get every new episode earlier than it drops on YouTube, as well as the full uncut extended ad-free episode and access to the full Two Black Girls Watch archive. This week, we have been watching iconic episodes of America's Next Top Model. I think that's what's next. Or Catfish. Something. But we're having fun, me and Justine. Head to patreon.com/2blackgirls1rose right now to try the 7-day free trial. And shout out to the Rose Garden. As the holidays approach and we get to decorating our homes with all the fun holiday decor, as we refresh our guest rooms for the family coming into town, you already know Wayfair is your one-stop shop. Now, y'all know I love to host. One of the first rooms we furnished in our new house when we moved in was actually our guest room. We got our guest room bed from Wayfair. It's the Selena solid wood platform bed with headboard. It's very bohemian chic. We also got both table lamps for our bedside tables from Wayfair, as well as this huge arched full-length gold mirror. Now, in our living room, we have a wood burning fireplace that we actually use a lot during the winter months. My husband loves making fires. It's weird, but I'm not mad at it because I run cold, so I need this heat pumping in this house. We got our fireplace screen from Wayfair, and it's this beautiful, like gold metal geometric patterned screen. It's kind of low-key a show-stopping piece in the center of our living room. I love it. And as always, everything from Wayfair is delivered lickety split, so fast, hassle-free. Delivery is usually also free. Now is definitely the best time to get ready for the holiday season before the mad dash. Find all your seasonal must-haves, from furniture and holiday decor to appliances and cookware, all in one convenient spot on Wayfair. Get organized, refreshed, and ready for the holidays for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. Anyways, let's dive into these episodes. Let's dive in. So we pick up post Pod Squad meetup, right? And we're gonna go couple by couple. So let's start with Annie and Nick. Annie and Nick are recapping what went down to Pod Squad. Annie is again seemingly drunk during this conversation.
Yes, she's not with us.
She's not with us. And I'm just like, what in the alcoholism is going on in Denver? Why am I watching so many drunk couples fight? Like, why is this what's happening this season? I don't get it.
I couldn't follow what she was trying to say and
Nonsense.
Why she was upset with him and what she's asking of Nick. And Nick, who, let me be clear, I don't like, okay? But I find myself siding with him in a lot of these disagreements, which makes me angry that that I've been put in this position.
Right.
But but I will say in this conversation, I was very alarmed by the way that he kept being like, what do you think that I'm not telling you? Like, as if he was making her like go treasure hunting for the truth. That was very strange to me. Yeah,
because they started off kind of talking about his conversation with Kate. Kate was his other woman from the pods, which he told he loved. And I know he has not said this to Annie. Annie found this out, I think, from Allie, I want to say. So they kind of start dissecting that, and he's playing the whole, well, what do you think you don't know? Like, what didn't I told you? Like, kind of doing that manipulative, like trying to see what she knows type of thing.
And it's like, just tell her or come off of it. Don't make her seek out bad news from you.
Exactly. So then Annie, in her drunken stupor, does this whole, you don't love me as much as I love you, keeps repeating how much she loves him, and I just need you to love me as much as I love you, and just is looking a drunk mess, to be frank. And it's just in a round robin, just like on this same topic of you don't love me, you don't love me. So the next day, she apologizes for being drunk and kind of speaking foolishness and kind of trying to like laugh it off in a way, like really trying to minimize and play it down. And Nick's not playing.
No.
One thing I was like, I'll stand with Nick on this, because he was like, what you're not going to do is what I told you I hate, is when you put words in my mouth. And you've done this now again when you said, I don't love you. And I've never said that.
I never said that.
Never said that. So he ultimately says that was his breaking point. And quote says, getting to the altar, that's not a happy idea for me. This wedding is not something I want to do. I cannot go on any longer. And he's done. Like, you could tell he showed up to this conversation like he's out.
And my stomach dropped through my butt when I saw this woman begging this man to take it back. Begging. I was like, oh, no, please don't beg. Please
it's embarrassing.
Stop. It's embarrassing. Please.
So embarrassing.
And
yes.
I really, I don't respect Nick, but in that moment, I respected the way that he, unlike Casey, unlike so many other people that have gone before him on the show, he was so clear. He was very clear. He was like, this relationship is not for me. Here's why.
Yep. Here's
and
why.
Here's it ends right now. It was so unequivocal.
Yeah.
And I thought he made the right decision because, like,
absolutely,
you've known this person for such a short time, and you've seen what her cycle is, which is like she has such anxious attachment, like that it's like she needs so much help, like she's so insecure. She's giving Chelsea from a couple seasons before.
Very
she's so anxiously attached to him that he was like, he saw the next 50 years of his life and was like, I won't be doing this because she's done it 22 times in the last 22 days.
Exactly. Yeah, she got drunk one too many times. She pulled the "you don't love me" bullshit too many times. That childish game, he's not going to play it.
No.
This world where I have to affirm you every step of the way, I'm not going to do it. Like, he made it very clear. This is not the future I want for myself.
Nope.
There was also a quick moment, I don't know if you caught this. At one point, she picks up her phone, she starts texting.
Yes!
Did you see the previous text?
All I saw was, I'm filming right now and Nick won't, and then they cut away, but I didn't see above.
So the text above, which is presumably earlier in the day, it says, she texts to the person, 90% there's no wedding. So she knew going into that conversation, she knew that they were on the rocks. I had to pause and zoom in real quick. She knew going into this conversation, she already had a 90% in her head that they were getting married. Oh, yeah.
Honestly, in that situation, once you're at 90, there is no wedding. It's not, I would say maybe 30. If you're at 30%, there's still a chance.
We can fight for this. Yeah.
90%?
Girl, what are you fighting for?
What are you fighting?
It's not happening.
Serious. I also loved how he was like, God. I'm not going to talk to you through your phone. Yeah. And she was like, oh, okay. But that whole conversation was just so interesting to me because it illuminated how deeply incompatible they are.
Yeah.
Because even her, back to her begging, being like, well, you've done hard things before. You started your own business. Why wouldn't you?
Just
that
try.
line of argument did not make a lick of sense.
It's a Hail Mary at this point. She gonna say anything. She trying to get married today.
She was like, well, what if we just went right now? Like, she was just like grasping at straws.
Anything. Oh my God. And then, so they pack their shit. That's it. As she's leaving her exit interview, she's like so confused. Like, I just can't believe this. How's this happening? And I'm like, I feel like she got blackout and forgot these fights.
She did.
I don't think she really remembered how bad their arguments have been.
No. And anytime they've been on camera, and obviously like they film a lot, we only see certain things that, go along with the storyline that we see in the very few scenes that people are in. But like they had, after the pods, not one good moment. No. And if they did have a good moment, it was immediately undercut by her insecurity and her kind of interrogating him about a barometer of how much he cared about her. So they spent more of their time talking about their relationship than being in it.
Yes.
And she did not see that because I think that she thinks that back and forth is a relationship.
It's
and
something.
That's not
it. No. So that's Annie and Nick.
Grand opening, grand closing.
Truly. Now, let's get into Allie and Anton. Oh, boy. So, first of all, Allie cracks me up because I don't know if you saw this. They walk into the house and she goes, the trash can smells, huh?
Yes.
And walks right on by.
She didn't take it out. She didn't even open it.
Oh, no. That's not for her.
Nope.
You got that, Anton. She's hilarious. So, same thing. It's after the Pod Squad meetup. Allie goes to the fridge to presumably grab a beer. They're all gone.
Yes.
And she lets us know, the audience, that this was once a 12-pack in the fridge. She said, I only had 2. Where'd the rest of them go?
And I love how she was like, I went to get a drink or the drink. They kept calling it drink. And it was very obviously Topo Chico, like spiked seltzer, but they turned the label around. But I found Anton's responses to be chilling when he was doing funny math and then and he couldn't get a story straight about like
the friends.
Patrick, was it Patrick that came over? Yeah. But he didn't come upstairs. And we had one drink and then it turned into 4 when she started bringing up the math. It was very weird.
Very weird. It seemed like news to her that Patrick even came around.
Which is confusing and concerning. I was confused by why she was so upset that he was in their apartment.
I feel like she felt he was lying to her. Because if your friend came over and that was yesterday, I've seen you now for 24 hours. How was your day? How did you drink? And you never mentioned it?
That's true.
That's strange to me. I just feel like you're lying. I feel like you drank all those beers.
That's such a great point. That's such a great point. And I would love clarity from the producers about whether Patrick did come
or not.
Or not.
Right.
I also was getting a right giggle because Allie is a nurse. And so she started asking Anton, like, okay, about how many drinks would you say you have a week? And it's like everybody has done that game at the doctor where they're like, well, you know, like 0 to 1. And it's like,
well, exactly. He's trying to figure out what's the acceptable answer.
Yeah. And she was like doing nurse math to be like, okay, well, if he says 2, you know, a couple drinks during a movie 2 nights a week, he really means a 12-pack 3 to 4 nights a week. Like I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Like,
exactly.
I know what the what is.
Yes. And Allie seemed astonished. And it was also giving to me like that 12-pack. They bought that 12-pack like 2 days ago.
Yes. And then the bottle of tequila.
That was the kicker. There was a half a handle of tequila in the fridge.
And then she said, where is it? And he did this whole performance of saying, it should be in there. Went to the fridge, opened it up, and he was like, it's gone. And
Anton,
come on, girl.
You already know that shit's in recycling. What do you mean? That bottle walks about the house without you knowing? Stop.
Come on. And to me, if I'm Allie, it's less concerning how much he drank or that he drank. It's more concerning that he was so dead set on obscuring the amount and obscuring the story and the details. I don't give a rip. These people are 20-something years old. Like, if you do what you do, I don't care. But the fact that it's clearly problematic and you are trying to deceive me into, you know, thinking it's another thing, that was the huge red flag.
Yeah, massively. And then, like clockwork, he called out, well, you don't cook, you don't clean. So now you're deflecting.
Yes.
And I loved her response because Allie, she gonna stand 10 toes down on the fact that she don't cook or clean.
No, she said, yeah, I don't do that.
I don't. And what?
And what?
But just how quickly he wanted to deflect from their conversation about how much he drinks.
Yes.
It's a problem. You have a relationship to alcohol that I want to talk about.
And I also find it, and I get it, they both work nights, but there is, I would have a problem if he came home from work every day and drank, but the fact that it's the morning, it really gives it such a sad, not healthy feel.
Nah. And before, like, we're living together now, so before, you were drinking by yourself.
By yourself.
At 10 o'clock in the morning.
That's alcoholism.
Like, why are you doing that?
That is that is an unhealthy relationship with your good friend alcohol.
Yes. He don't want to hear it. He has it under control. I mean, you hear all the little excuses that they came up real quick.
He was like, if you don't want me to, and what he said, if you don't want me to drink for like 1 or 2 weeks, I won't. 1 or 2 weeks?
Anton. Oh, God. So Allie's in distress. Oof. And she's zoned out. She's just like staring into the
she was staring into the abyss. Okay,
calculating what is his
facts and figures.
What is going on here? And who did I marry? Like, or who am I about to marry? What is this? Yeah. So he kind of ends the conversation going off on this monologue about how he's not been distrusted. Like he's told her nothing but the truth, and I've never lied to you. And if there's something that you think I'm lying about, like that's on you. Like just talking all this nonsense. And if I was Allie, I would have been out that night. I'm packing my shit literally right now. I'm not dealing with somebody with substance abuse issues. Like,
I'm gone, especially after that conversation in the bathroom with his friend's new girlfriend.
Especially after that.
Giving a little bit too much of like, he has one way of living and he's presenting Allie with another.
Exactly. You're performing for me. I don't actually know you. And I keep learning about you in crumbs.
Yeah.
No. Later in the episode, we see Allie meets Anton's mom. Very sweet lady. She spoke very highly of Anton. She's giving to me. She's a mom that sees her son do nothing wrong.
Correct.
He can do no wrong in her eyes.
He is a prince, a golden prince who has never made a mistake.
She's talking about how much he's changed over the past 2 years. He's super serious. Apparently he's going back to church. Like, wants to raise these kids and Christian. Like, she was really pitching Anton heavy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if you know your son, ma'am.
She was like he slipped her some money under the table and she was like, and also he is very Christian and he is a great provider. Yes, provider.
Exactly. But for whatever reason, this did something for Allie. She says she's feeling more hopeful. So, I don't know. We'll see.
I wouldn't be doing all that.
Absolutely not. Jordan and Megan, very quickly they meet Jordan's parents. Seem very nice. They love Megan. They give their blessing. We also learn that Megan meets Luca.
Yes.
We don't see it, obviously. But yeah, they're kind of doing well over there, you know. KB and Edmund. So they're at their apartment. There's this awkward tension. I want to say it's like the day after the pod squad meetup.
Yes. And
KB breaks the silence and says, why do I always have to be the one to bring up the elephant in the room?
What an opening. That was giving me, why is there a picture of your penis on a dead girl's phone from How to Get Away with Murder? Like that line, it couldn't have been written better than that. She said, why do she had so many options. She could have said, do we want to talk about the elephant in the room? She could have said, do you want to bring up the elephant in the room? But the question, the double indictment of why are you deficient in communication? And also there is an elephant in the room. Iconic.
And I'm bringing it up again. Ooh, he's a child. And like, I already know this person, this MO, like you get into it with them. And then the next morning it's like, morning sunshine. How's your day? Like,
yes.
And you're seething. You're still seething.
And it's like, I'm still mad. We did not resolve anything.
Oh, Lord. So he kind of recaps the whole, like, Annie telling Nick he's perfect, that whole story, and kind of writes it off as like, it was just a joke. I was just joking. KB tells her version of events, and she starts at, quote, so I was running errands all day. I say, yes, take us back in time. Give us the context.
Us through, bring out the poster board and the exhibits.
Yes, give us the full play-by-play. So she says she was out all day. She was running errands. She calls Edmund, tells him, can you run to the store and get the Western stuff for the party that we need for the party?
Like just a bandana, something.
I don't have time. I'm running up and down. He straight up told her no. So she's just like mad about that because you're supposed to be helping me, lightening my load. You see, I'm stressed, and now you stress me out even more. So she ends up going to run out and do it. She comes home. She's in her feelings, and he is just self-absorbed. He's in his own feelings. He's like, look at me with my cowboy hat. Like, just doesn't resonate or pick up on the fact that, like, she's upset. They go to the event, all is well. She puts her feelings aside. She tries to show up like a united front. Then comes the comment about, well, you don't say anything nice to me. And she said in that moment, everybody's eyes looked at her. Knowing the fight they got in earlier that day. So she just calls him out like, you are never accountable. You never apologize. You do this whole KB, I love you, I love you, I love you bullshit. And you're not addressing my feelings and my hurt at all. And then you pull all this in front of everybody. That also was like, I think that was like a sticking point for her too.
Yes. And I think that she also, it was compounded by the fact that their last big argument was, again, the comparison game of, well, I'm the only person that hasn't had sex of the guys. Like, we're the only couple that hasn't had sex. So she's like, she's told him, I don't care what other people are doing. Period. I don't care what other people think. We are over here doing our thing. So him bringing that up after that argument, after not helping her get ready for the party, and again comparing, was just like, that was like the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, for real. So he starts apologizing. He didn't even really know what he apologizing for.
No.
And she's like scolding him like he's a child. Yes. And I'm like, this whole dynamic is just so unattractive. KB, you could not have been searching for this all these years. Like,
yes, like you can't have been looking for problems. Like this man has brought nothing but problems into your life. Like he's brought your work home as a social worker. Like you're out there in the trenches triaging people's problems all day, every day. And now when you come home, you're having to do the same thing. Like he is stressing her out. And I'm glad that she articulated that. She was like you said, like, you're supposed to be lightening my load. And as someone who gets very stressed out very easily, I know she was hot pissed because not only did he tell her, no, I'm not going to help you. Then she gets home and she's got like 30 minutes to get ready, she said. And he's basically flaunting the fact that he doesn't have shit to do.
like
in her face. Free time in her face. And
playing in her face.
And when she said all you had to do was give yourself a haircut and I had to do X, Y, and Z and all this stuff, I was like, I would be so furious if I was like trying to rush and all hot and stuff, trying to do my hair and my makeup and figure out what to buy for both of us. And you were talking about some yeehaw in my face while I'm trying to do my makeup. We're fighting.
It's over. There's no way. I'm not going to this party with you. I can't do this.
No.
I can't even believe he fixed his mouth to tell her no. That I'm still stuck there. Like, she's running up and down doing things. I just need you to run to Party City, down the block, pick up some cowboy hats and come home. And he told her no.
Straight up no.
Just like, what? No justification.
I can't believe that. And I can't believe that. I mean, I can believe that she would have let it go. She would have let it go if he did not say what he said at the party. And the last thing you want to do is when I'm already mad at you and I'm on the precipice of forgiveness, make me mad again.
You're on the brink, the edge. Ooh, you won't get it. Oh my God. So yeah, they reconcile. He's kind of playing this whole, like, did you forget why you love me and why you fell in love with me? And just, I don't know, just play. It's just very childish.
He kept repeating a refrain that I've heard a couple times this season, particularly. The people on the show keep saying whenever they have a conflict with their significant other, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. What does that mean exactly?
What is that?
They keep saying it.
Yeah, I'm here for you. Like, it's just like another way of saying, like, I'm fighting for this. I'm here. I'm fighting for you. I'm not going anywhere.
But it's like,
we got to work this
again,
through.
what are we fighting for? Like, we don't know each other well enough to have that much to fight for.
Exactly.
It shouldn't be that big of a fight.
It really shouldn't. It really shouldn't be like this. So yeah, they reconcile. She says something very alarming to me. She says, I see your potential. That's why I stay. Admits that potential has gotten her in the past.
Yep.
So she's like, I am in a dilemma, but KB's not dumb. She sees it. She sees the writing on the wall. And she also wants this.
Almost speaking to herself when she's speaking to Edmund.
Yes.
Like, where she's like, I see your potential, but she's like, I've seen potential before. And it's like, half of that was for him. The other half was for herself.
Yes. Yeah. She's working this out in real time out loud. Yeah. And And then, she talks about getting pregnant in a year and him being a great father. And I was like,
that was cuckoo. When she said she wants him to shoot up the club or what, I said, oh, God.
No, you don't, girl. Please stay strapped up. This is not it.
Oh, my
You can't possibly be serious. You already raising a grown-ass child right now. What do you mean you want more with him?
With him? Come on.
We cannot want better for her than she wants for herself. It's like he called, like, I cannot. She needs to know. She needs to do better for herself. I can't. Let's get to Joe and Madison. So they meet Madison's family, her mom, sister, brother-in-law, and they are hyped. Like, you could tell they are so happy to get Madison married off.
That sister looked like she was at the Super Bowl and her team was winning.
Yes. It was
when she said,
a lot.
That's my man. That's my brother-in-law.
I was like, ooh. Scale it back a little bit. And it also is giving, this could be Joe, this could be anybody. You're just ready for somebody to be sitting in this chair next to Madison.
They literally were like, the role has been cast, and we're happy that we don't have to hold any more auditions. We don't care who is in here. And I thought they seemed very sweet. Also, Madison's mom is her twin.
Yeah,
like,
truly.
They look just like, they were very so similar. Sweet, and they love her so much. And I really like Madison a lot.
Same, yeah.
But they need to have a higher standard for this sister and daughter that they love so much.
Yeah. So we do, in this scene, learn a little bit more about Joe's last engagement. It's giving all of us pause. So he was in a relationship for 5 years, got engaged, had the invitation stamped in hand, ready to drop in the mailbox, and he couldn't do it. So he waited till the very end.
And that's not save the dates. I assume save the dates had already gone out. You send the invitation proper, I believe 6 or 4 weeks before the wedding. But everybody you plan to invite is already planning to come.
They've already been alerted that a wedding is on the way.
Yes.
So I'm just picturing him at the mailbox, invitations in hand, and this is when he's deciding to pull the plug on this engagement.
He seems like the type of person, based on what I'm sure we'll get into later, where it's like in theory things are okay, but the second it becomes real, that's when he's like, wait a second, hold on.
Wait, what?
And I firmly believe that this former fiance of his knew him well enough to know that she was like, let me send this man to mail the invitation. And that's how I'll know if he wants to marry me or not.
Oh, God, that's
I think she knew him well enough to know, like, we're not going to go together. I'm going to send him. It was like an episode of Survivor where it's like, you can either take this immunity idol, but you have to take the disadvantage, or you can leave it right here. Like, she sent him on a full-on challenge.
Oh, because also his issue, I mean, he has many issues, but like, he has a real struggle with articulating his emotions.
Yes.
And he has a real problem with being perceived as the bad guy.
Yes.
Even
though he comes across to me like a Jack Nicholson villain every time he speaks.
Every time, yes. He has a real, like, I think it's like people pleasing to the nth degree, to the degree where you're causing harm to the person that you're supposed to be pleasing.
Yes.
Because you don't want to say what's real, and you don't want to be the bad guy ever.
And which makes you the ultimate bad guy.
Yes, you are the villain.
Yes.
So yeah, we learn all of that. Then, okay, I want to get your thoughts on this. Madison's sister in this moment gives some, I think, bad advice. And I want to know your thoughts. You're also married. You've been with your wife over 10 years. I think you just celebrated. Madison's sister says, quote, "In relationships, there's always some degree of questioning. You just have to keep fighting for each other."
That, I was like, wait, what now? And she's sitting there next to her man.
Next to her full husband that she claims she's questioning right now.
I was like,
huh? a degree of questioning always. Always? I just like vehemently disagree with that statement.
Fundamentally disagree. That was quite alarming and concerning. And again, even if that is true for the sister, which that is her own journey, that's not a general thing.
Right.
You cannot, as a loved one of someone, really, honestly, if you want the best for them, think that it is the best for them to marry someone where they have a degree of questioning at the altar.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's never going to get better than that then.
No, exactly. Yeah, I can't believe this advice she was giving her sister, who was in this very particular experiment, this very particular process that is very expedited, and she still doesn't really know this guy. You're just meeting him for the first time, and you're telling her, it's okay, take the leap.
Literally, the most conventional love advice that most people would say is like, when you know, you know. Like, when you know, you know. And here comes sis talking about some... Actually,
you might not.
When you question, keep that energy up.
Keep that energy. What
are you talking about?
What are you talking about, sister?
What are you talking about?
When you don't know, that's actually how you know.
How you know?
What? Yo. And then her husband just sitting there like, yeah. I'm like, huh? What is this? So that shit threw me. And then also this keeps coming up a lot too with this, like, you have to fight for each other. You got to keep fighting for each other. Like, I agree marriages take work. There's a level of work. You're two individuals. You got to figure out how to communicate. You got to work through every day together.
Prioritize your relationship. You have to, have shared, values and goals and all these things. Like the same way that you show up to any relationship where it's like, oh, like if I want to, I would say marriage takes effort because you want to put effort the same way you put effort into things that you care about, hobbies, passions, work, all those things. These people think that you should be MMA fighting.
WWE wrestling every day through the trenches.
Yes.
They keep hearing about this fight. It takes a fight. I don't think it's that serious. I don't think it takes fighting.
It takes all of that.
I don't think so. They're mixing up this marriage taking work versus it needing to be a fight every day to make work.
Yes.
That, I don't agree. They talk a little bit about Madison losing her vision. That's a whole other big part of their dynamic relationship. We don't really see them talk about all that much. Also, we all know in our hearts, Joe wants nothing to do with that.
Zero. That he's been on borrowed time in this relationship since she told him that in the pods.
Yes.
He completely was stuck on stun, and he was like, I don't want to come across poorly on television, but I certainly don't want to have a partner that has low or no vision. And he has been scrambling to figure out how to get out of it since then.
Exactly. Because he doesn't want to be the bad guy. He doesn't want to be the guy that dumped the blind girl or however, he doesn't want to be that person. Oh my God. So yeah, Joe, if you just like look at his face this whole scene, he looks shook. He looks terrified. He looks unprepared. At one point, the brother and the sister were talking about like love takes commitment and it's a fight and you got to choose each other every day. And they're like, waxing poetic about all these little like love things. And he just looks scared. Like his face just looks totally not into this.
At all.
Not at all.
And like when he, she said something like, I just love you so much. And then he goes, yeah, me too. And then he goes, I love you. And they kind of took it like he got choked up or something. But I took it to be like a very weird non-committal, because that's when the sister said, that's what I love to hear. That's my man, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
but he said something kind of non-committal when Madison was like, I just love you so much. And he was like, I love you. Yeah, too. Like it was weird. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was so phoning it in.
Yeah. He's caught up. He's caught He's caught up in all of this. He don't know how the hell to get out. He's been caught up since the reveal. He's caught. He don't know how to, or not even from the reveal. He's been caught, as you said, from the pods when she said she's going blind.
And then the reveal was worse.
Yes.
And then even like the way that he talked himself into where he was like, yeah, I just kind of don't know what, after the reveal, he was like, I don't really know what to think. Like, at first I was like, huh? And then I was like, I'm attracted to her. I like her. Like, it was so hard to watch.
Yeah. Damn, Joe. Just kept on. Every day he kept waking up and choosing her for some reason. I don't know why. You could have just left. You could have broke up with her. Whew. All right. Now everybody goes, they go wedding dress shopping, tuck shopping. The girls meet up. They discuss Nick and Andy's breakup. That's where you see again KB's mindset into this. You have to fight. She says something like, I wish Nick fought for her. And I'm just like, her concept of like what makes a partnership is really warped. Because no, Nick didn't need to fight for Annie. He
did the right thing.
Did the right thing by both of them, by getting the fuck out and calling this off. So, and then Allie said, she can't stand Nick. She said every interaction I've had with Nick is premeditated and not genuine.
At all. She was like, he can get.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the dress shopping, by the way, I noticed they threw around a word twice that made me think that they were talking about it a lot. They all kept, so embarrassing for them. They all kept saying that they either wanted or found a dress that was timeless. They kept using the word timeless. Mm-hmm. And to me, that's like when someone says, oh, I'm going to make a viral video. Like, you can't call it timeless before any time has passed. You don't know what timeless is because you don't know the future.
Right.
But they kept saying it was timeless. Like, you can look back at a dress from 40 years ago and be like, oh, wow, that dress is timeless. Like, when I look at it now, in the grand scheme of history, it is giving time. When you're trying on the dress, it is not timeless.
That's a good point. Message to all of you.
It's not timeless.
It's not. Time has to pass.
Time has to pass first.
Oh my God. So we kind of catch up with the girls. We learned Megan, she met Luca. Luca was like the cutest kid in the world. Everything's going fantastic. KB brought her two friends. Her friends said, Edmund is different. And he's different and he's challenging her. I know they hate him.
Oh, God.
I just know.
The word different, and when Black people especially say the word different is loaded.
Yeah, different is loaded, and it's generally leaning negative.
Yes, it's negative sentiment. Mm-hmm. But when a Black person says you're different, it is a difference that they don't like. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. So I'm looking at KB like, you hear what they said? They don't like your man.
Yeah. They basically said she better than me.
Yeah. She better than me. Better her than me.
Better her than me.
Oh my God. Allie brought her mom. Her mom apparently met her husband online. So she not new to this process. She don't know. It's not weird to her at all. Yeah.
She was like, oh yeah, no. This is actually quite normal.
Mm-hmm. So they try on dresses. I liked Allie's dress. I'm pretty sure you didn't watch AD's season.
I did actually.
Was this not the exact dress that AD had on? I don't know if you remember.
Yes. You're so right.
The boobs pushed up, the leg is out. It was like the literal exact same dress.
That is the same dress. Mm-hmm. I loved it. I also really loved the dress that Madison tried on with the cap sleeves, or like with the before she went to the more timeless option. She used the word timeless. The cat eye one, the strapless. Yes. I really liked the other one better. Yeah. That had more. I just thought she looked so beautiful in it.
Yes, the buttons all the way down the back. I always love that. Okay, now the guys are shopping for Texas. Lord. So Joe, they gather the guys all around. Joe says openly to the group, half of me is elated, the other half of me wants to jump out the window.
Jump out the window, he said.
Bruh.
Not half of me is has cold feet. Half of me is hesitant. Half of me is about to jump.
Get the fuck out of Dodge. Like,
and everyone was like, what? And he was like, whoa, Nick, like, you're really laying into me. It's like, he's laying into you because what you just said was very concerning at this here wedding tux fitting.
Yes, exactly. Oh my God. And his friends love Madison. They say, we really love Madison. They think that Joe's just in his head. So they're like, it's fine. He'll be okay. So the guys, they start trying on tuxes. Joe's friend says to him, hey man, so how you feeling? Like, basic question.
Basic.
Joe goes, shut the fuck up, dude. You and your questions. I said, code red.
911.
Code red.
Ripcord.
We not getting married.
We're not getting married. The fact that he legit didn't even want to try on pants or a tie. Like, he was imploding. He was giving Christina Yang after her wedding that doesn't happen to Preston on Grey's Anatomy, where she's like, get this off of me. Like, she makes them like cut the dress off her.
Yes.
That's what like Joe was giving.
Yeah.
He was so distraught. And again, his friend literally just said, how are you feeling? Or is it feeling real? And he was like, ah!
Yeah. You and your questions, man. Stop. Like, it's like, oh, my bad. Like, damn.
You told me to be here. You asked me to come here and film for your stupid idea of going on Love is Blind.
Thank you.
I'm trying to fulfill the prompt of coming on this fitting with you and asking you questions about how you feel about getting married.
Exactly. Oh my God. So he's like, we're witnessing him have a breakdown, like in the moment. He's like he's suffocated. Like, it's now, the world is closing in on him. He's at his tux fitting for his wedding that's supposed to happen in like 2 days. So the producers try to get him to do an interview. He books it out of there. He's in his truck. He's out.
Gone.
Doesn't even say bye to his friends. His friends are like,
no, his friends are still standing there with their cups in their hands. Like, are we wrapped? Like,
so confused.
Are we allowed to leave?
Oh my God.
P.S. Yeah. Edmund trying on the suit with no shirt under.
I probably skipped through this. I can't.
He put the tux on with just a vest under, which honestly, it looked better than the shirt that he chose ultimately, because it was like a light blue jacket, and then he added a pink shirt to it. But he was like, I just wanted to see what it looked like without a shirt. But I was like, that's giving different again.
Different. He's different. That is the word. That is the word. Lord. So we get into episode 11. Madison is crying on the phone to her mama. And we learn from Madison that Joe had a total breakdown, told her, you're not my person. And if we went to the altar, I would say no. We tried to tell you, Joe. Like, you've been here before. You have not learned from your own history.
Your own history.
Why go this far again? Like, what is that? Why is he doing that?
It's, at this point, it's pathological. It's not okay to do that. Say no, like, draw a boundary, and like, don't wait for, I believe that he thought that if he behaved badly enough that Madison would break up with him, or that someone else would make the decision for him.
Okay.
And once he realized that didn't happen, he panicked, and then he still waited way too long. And then finally he said, I'm not, you're not my person.
Like, she went to try on wedding dresses.
Yeah, with her mom, like her mother. Family.
Come on. And as she said, it's crazy to go from trying on gowns to being broken up with. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
The same 24 hours. Why did you create that 24 hours for me?
Why did you do that? Like, it was so just hurtful. Like, it was cruel. Exactly.
It was cruel. Yeah.
For, if you care about me even at all, like, I feel like, even like going back to Nick, for example, the way that he didn't let Annie go through with the fitting, that was compassionate release. And Joe basically took the road less traveled and chose to do the not compassionate release by letting Madison go through that.
It's just diabolical. It's nuts, particularly since you've been here before. Like that's the craziest element of this. Like, so we see him come back to the apartment. She's trying to get answers from him, like what's missing, like what is it? He just says, I don't have answers, it's just not right. Like, giving her nothing. Like,
and it's like, if you're gonna put somebody through that, you have to give them a reason. You have to say, if I'm really honest with myself, I don't see myself being a caregiver. I don't feel the same connection that we felt in the pods. I don't think that we're ready to get married. I don't feel a spark. Like, any of those things. He should have just said the truth.
Just be truthful. Like, you're giving her nothing. That's also cruel.
Yes.
That's also very cruel.
Because you're leaving her to spiral.
Yeah.
And wonder and live in wonder. And even like, I was so heartbroken when she, was expressing her heartbreak, saying like, I feel my heart is breaking. But what really broke my heart was when she mustered the courage and stability to say like she was grateful to him and all these things as they were parting ways. Like, her showing him such respect and compassion when he showed her so little really made me feel so sad. It was like such a disparity in like who deserves who in this situation.
Totally. Yeah, totally. He also, I think one of the truest things he said in the scene when she asked him, had we met in real life and we hadn't, dated without this marriage pressure, do you think it would have worked? And this is when he told her the truth, when he said, we made it farther in this process than we would have in real life. Because he would have never dated Madison.
He was actually being kind when he said we made it farther, because what he really meant to say was we wouldn't have dated in the first place.
I would have not gone up to you at the bar.
Nope. And if you came up to me at the bar, I would have left.
Yeah. That was the truest thing he said. And that's really what he's been holding back from saying.
The whole time.
I mean, we kind of saw it. He kind of, in so few words, the reveal was freaking weird. The honeymoon, he said, I don't really date girls like you. But like, when he called her, what did he say? She has a large stature.
Yeah, a bigger, he was like a bigger
figure. Like, Madison is not somebody he would go up to. It's not somebody he would have, without this process, he would have ever looked at.
No.
And he made it this far with her. And he's been chugging along, trying. He's even been sleeping with her, which I think is also really cruel.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, also very cruel. And in his mind, this is a girl that he would never have seen the light of day with.
Ever.
And here she is. She meets my parents. She's doing this. She's doing that. This is a girl that he would have probably just slept with once.
Yes.
And then no one would have even known about it. That's how he thinks of her in his head.
Being so in the dark about that was hard to look at, because when she was like, are you okay with us just like not being in each other's lives? Are you okay with us never sleeping together again? And he was kind of like, well, kind of, yeah. Like, it was like, yeah, pretty much that's what I'm saying, actually. Yeah. And she was like, oh. And I was like, he's so good with that.
Yeah, she's been clueless, totally clueless. And it's also bizarre because she's so pretty.
She's so good.
That's why she's so clueless. She doesn't understand as we don't understand.
I don't get it.
I totally don't get it. I as Justine said, she was like, she's a pretty, like, she has dirty blonde hair, she has big boobs, like, hello, is this not like Girl Next Door America? Don't y'all love
eyes,
this?
Like, she look like she's giving the prototype.
Truly. So this is very perplexing. She is massively confused.
Yes.
Because what do you mean? What do you mean? So, yeah, she's devastated. He's giving nothing. In his interview, he just let her, literally lets it all out. I feel relieved. I couldn't picture a future. We weren't going to do it. We weren't going to get there. They packed their shit. They're out. Lord have mercy. Allie and Anton. Allie and her mom comes over. They're waiting for Anton. We learn there's some drama going on with
her sister.
Sister's not supporting or something. Not sure what that's about. But yeah, her mom seems to really like Anton. She gives her blessing, like nothing really noteworthy.
What I love though is that they were having this very serious conversation about the sister and like about like their family dynamics. And then when Anton came in, he was like, "What are you?" They were like, "Hey, we were just talking wedding colors. No big deal." Like they're like, he doesn't need to know.
No, this is for us. My weird thing with Allie and Anton, like Allie and Anton are like, they're all fine, the families love each other, whatever. Are we gonna get back to the alcoholism? Like, are we gonna get back to that?
I'm like, that needs to be addressed.
Yes. Like I'm not made whole. I don't. He drank 10 beers. We need to close the loop. Thank you. He drank
10 Topo Chicos and a half a bottle of tequila and a 12-pack of Coors Light.
Exactly. It was also beers. Yes, that was another thing in the fridge. Where did it all go?
Where did it go? Did he throw a party? Because is that why the trash stinks? Like, we need to literally get to the bottom of where the alcohol went.
Yes. Oh my God. I need that to come back because that's a weird element for me that they're kind of just like glossing over. So yeah, we see Allie and Anton. They go on this little carriage ride through the snow. They sit, they chat. He kind of like, again, waxes poetic about how people nowadays give up on relationships and, no one is perfect. You have to work through things and almost kind of trying to like pitch himself. Like, I know I'm not perfect, but don't give up on me.
Yeah. And pitching the concept. He's like, okay, picture this. We're miserable. Like, he's like, how do you feel about us being in the trenches for the rest of our lives?
Right.
Like, I'm here to tell you, like, if you are, like, give up. Like, please, give up.
Please.
It shouldn't be this hard.
No. And Allie, you could tell, Allie sees things differently because she's like, sometimes some things are just not meant to be.
Right.
And she talks about her past relationships. She's like overstayed her welcome. So like she knows when it's like you put in the work and when you like, this is not my person, I gotta go. So really we're gonna see by that like where Allie lands by the end. But I feel like there's a lot, she's mulling over a lot right now.
This relationship just simply doesn't have the range. Like the fact that their bond originated because they both have nicknames, basically, like that is not enough to sustain a relationship.
No, not at all. KB and Edmund. Oh my God. So they're riding snowmobiles. They get to the top of the mountain. They sit, they chat. KB goes off. She says Edmund is not the same on camera as he is off camera. Breaks the fourth wall, mentions the cameras. I said, hold up. What now?
And color my absolute shock to know that Edmund, who doesn't seem like someone, he seems like he has one channel, which is Full Throttle Edmund.
It's on.
Imagine my surprise when I find out that there's perhaps more sides to this person.
There's an off-camera demure Edmund. I'm like, what? And it's already too much. The one channel was already a lot.
Yes.
So KB, in true KB fashion, breaks it all down for us. She says, the producers told Edmund, the bachelor party theme was Western. He was very upset about it. He was going off. She tried to talk to him about it, and he just, like, dismissed her. Cut her off. Didn't want to hear anything she had to say. And she just goes off. Like, I'm just so tired. I cannot force you to want to grow up. You are never accountable. And again, that analogy of Edmund being a child, that's a theme. It's not good.
Listen to yourself.
Yes, KB, listen to yourself in these moments. So he's like adamant he didn't do anything wrong. He's not apologizing. He's squaring up with her. Like, he's not doing this. And they go back and forth. And then she says, stop talking to me, bitch. I said, Now you don't pull KB out her character.
Yes, and what she said, you keep bringing me out my character, which I find to be such an incredible way of putting things, because she's like, I didn't want to do it. I did not want to call you a bitch.
You pushed me to this.
Pushed me
you
to
made
it.
me. Oh my God. She felt the words come off her lips.
Yeah,
and
she was like,
damn, you brought me there.
They jumped out of her mouth.
Yep. Oh my goodness. So that was tough. I was like, oh God. But you could see it was getting to that point.
It was. And
at some point she's gonna call him a bitch.
Yes, it was giving like she was using her social worker license and her degree and her social worker voice and skill set. Yeah. And then those things went out the window and her layperson jumped out. And she was like,
Calibria came out.
Yes.
So true. She had enough. Whew. So later, maybe the next day or so, we see them back at the apartment. He comes home with flowers. He apologizes for ignoring her. You know, I don't want to lose you. I'm sorry for minimizing your emotions. Like, here he is now taking accountability, saying all the things. KB says yesterday on the mountain, she wanted to take off her ring and throw it. I mean, she's at her wit's end. That's what that is. I'm at my wit's end. I almost, out of sheer anger and frustration, took off my ring and tossed it into the fucking Rocky Mountains.
I sat up so straight when she said that, because I said, okay, here we go. Mm-hmm. Now she's going to draw the line. She's going to say, this is over.
Yeah. No. He's, you made me a better man. She likes that he's taken accountability in this moment.
She likes that he came in the door and didn't sit on the couch and came straight to her and brought things up. Yeah. And that's what showed her that she could have hope. The bar is in the subfloor.
KB. This ain't enough.
This is enough. You said... You called this man a bitch and said you wanted to throw your ring off of a mountain range, and him coming in the door with a bouquet of Trader Joe's flowers and sitting at the table with you is all you needed to turn a corner?
That's it? Like, she can't be serious.
Please be real.
This can't be serious. What? So they've reconciled again. They're back on. And I hate this.
I hate it.
We also see them go rollerblading. I don't care.
He's nice on them skates.
He's very talented. I'll give him that. So we end things with Sparkle, Megan, and Jordan. Mm-hmm. So they go to get these like Kimosabi hats, these like famous hats. Yep. These hats are like $900 a pop.
They are, and I only recently learned about the hats from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, because Kyle Richards loves Kimosabi, and she in a recent season, took the women in Aspen to get custom hats made, and there was like a big fight she had with her sister Kathy about it. Okay. And then when I saw it on this show, I go, oh right, they are in Colorado. Okay, I didn't know. It helped contextualize for me how ubiquitous they are, but it also then helped contextualize for me Sparkle Meg's lifestyle and who she idolizes, because I was like, I know about this from Real Housewives, and I believe Sparkle Meg also does.
Probably does as well. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay. So they get these hats. They're talking about house hunting. She's really into numerology and like getting the right house with the right number.
That was a plot twist for Jordan and for me, where he was like looking at her like, oh, you're serious.
You're serious.
But then I did look up my house numerology too, and I'm happy.
You did?
With it. Yeah.
I've never done this.
I've never done it either. I didn't know what it was.
She said 6. She wants a house with 6. Is that what she said?
Did she say 6? Yeah, because, and then I also learned from my Google that if it goes above 2 digits, then you combine the numbers. So like, my house is, I want to say a 3. Okay. Which is like, but I was like, if someone I was about to marry came out to me as someone who believed in numerology to that level, I would have to call it. Wild. Yeah.
To that level is wild.
I would have to call it.
Oh my God. 6, if it's 6, my number, Our house number added together is 6.
Great.
So I think I'm in good company. Whatever this means, whatever, I don't care. But so yeah, Megan, Jordan, for the most part, seem like they're doing well, hunky-dory, right? Okay, later we see them at the apartment. They're starting to pack up their stuff. They're leaving. Jordan is like presumably minding his business, like about to pack up his stuff. And Megan kind of starts in on him about how he's not talking to her. You're only giving me one-word answers. Like, where's the conversation? I need more stimulation. And he's like, I just got back from work. I'm tired. I don't really want to talk. And then he tells her that she's being abrasive, which I knew this would come back because he used the word abrasive during the honeymoon already. The way she spoke to him after
when she
meetup.
said, you're annoying me.
You're annoying me. So I was like, it's coming back. He's clocking the way she speaks to him and he don't like it. So he's just like, I just want you to have more compassion for me. I'm coming back from work. I'm tired. Like I talk all day at work. I just want to pack. That's it. She says she's tired of hearing him say he's tired. And also we're in the same boat. I'm also tired. He says your boat is bigger than my boat though.
That was a word. That was a word. I said, this man needs a TED Talk about privilege and all these things. Because when he said, your boat is bigger than mine, I was gagged. He said, your tired is not my tired.
No, we're not in the same boat.
We're not in the same boat.
It's not good. Let's get it straight. Yeah.
Unreal. That whole scene. I have so many thoughts about this scene. One, gotta give flowers to the producers for the transition from the music, the scoring, to then taking it to being the song that was on the video that he was watching on what I presume to be Instagram Reels or TikTok. When they cut to the scene, it was the same song coming from his phone.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. Beautiful stuff.
Editing. Yeah.
Also, I need to know what his job is that he is so tired from talking to people all day.
I was trying to look it up. It said service manager. And I remember him mentioning something about he considers himself blue collar.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Like I just want to know what his job is.
Yeah.
And then also, and I want your take on this because I know you are also a Married at First Sight lover. Mm-hmm. I have a concept that on every season of Married at First Sight, pretty much every season or every other season, there is one marriage that doesn't make it because one person gets overstimulated by the filming process. There are so many people that have just shut down or imploded on Married at First Sight. And then the person that they're in the marriage with takes it to mean they're not interested or they're not talking to them. When I'm like, I'm pretty sure this person is just overwhelmed by filming, work, figuring out this new relationship, being a parent, all those things. Yeah. And they just they don't have any more to give. And that's kind of what I felt from Jordan.
I could see that. Also, his routine is different. His son's not around. He misses his son. That's a whole other element that he's mentioned once before, but I think it's actually really important.
Yes.
He usually has his son, I think 50% of the time.
Yes.
And as far as I know in this process, he doesn't have his son at all. So that's a whole other like emotional element that weighs on him, I'm sure.
Yes.
And then on top of that, being tired from work and then probably over this filming shit.
It's like they're also having to make time in their schedule for filming. And like that goes unsaid so often. Yeah. And if he doesn't have the social battery to keep up with all those things, of course, the thing that's going to fall through is that I can't keep being in scenes with people. Like he's tired. I get it.
I just don't want to talk. I want to pack. And that's it. So he tells her that so much. He's like, sometimes I just want to sit on the couch and watch a movie. Like my job is super demanding. And right now I don't feel heard by you. I'm trying to tell you I'm tired, but now you're giving me shit for being tired. Like, and he wasn't wrong. Like I felt him completely.
And the thing is too, is that she also she has like such a small window of his behavior that she can tolerate because at the honeymoons, at the party with the boys, she was annoyed by how much he was talking and joking and how gregarious he was being. And then now she's annoyed that he's not joking or being gregarious enough. And it's like, you want then like a gigapet or a nano baby or a sim. You don't want a person because you can't dictate my energy level and turn it up and down at your will like that. That's not how a relationship works.
So true. And just not fair.
It's not fair.
You're not allowing me to just be me. In this moment, I just want to be in silence and pack. Like, sorry. And the fact that I have to explain that is also tiring me.
Exhausting.
Like, this conversation is like also exhausting me.
Yes.
So yeah, I totally felt him. At one point, he kind of got emotional. He was like, I just need you to be my backbone. Like, you're making me more tired, actually. And, you know, she apologizes, but kind of says, like, I just didn't know it'd be like this. Like, I didn't know. I guess she didn't know his work was like this. Like, it took him out. And at the end of the day, he didn't want to talk. And then she kind of gives us a little insight into how she spends her time because I don't know. She works, but it don't sound like she does much work. She's talking about how she's very go, go, go. She's playing tennis. She's flying to Aspen with friends. She'll fly back and go to happy hour with him. And she just wants him to be a part of this life. And he was looking at her like, bitch, I work.
I have a child.
I have a child. And you're about to marry into this. And you were also about to have a child. So like, are you ready to slow down? Or like, you do know your pace is going to have to change. Like, he seemed very like, that's cool for you, but like, do you know what time it is?
Like, girl, we have drop off and pick up.
Literally. What do you mean you fly to Aspen to play tennis?
Are you serious?
It was the first inkling that I got that I was like, oh my God, Megan really, she don't know what's about to happen.
No, she's living like she's on Vanderpump Rules, and he's like living like a regular civilian.
A regular ass person. And so, yeah, she's talking about how she wants him to court her and she still wants to go out to fancy restaurants. And she's like, I just don't know what you like to do. Like, I know you go to work, you go to the gym, you're with Luca, but like, what else? Like, what are we going to be doing? And he kind of like ends the episode where he kind of calls her out and says, you know, you said in the pod, you don't want this to be about money, right? I don't want you, and he's very clear, I don't want you to have to step down a social class to be with me.
I was like, is this the Gilded Age? I'm him talking about social class
classes
got me good.
Ooh. And he's like, but remember, you could have picked one of those rich business guys that you dated before, and you didn't. You chose me. Mm-hmm. So, like, let's be clear. This is the life that you chose. And I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. And we kind of saw, I just finished watching Love is Blind France. There was a woman with a kid, and similar kind of dynamic where she's like, there's certain things about my life that are just not flexible. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. I have a son. Certain things are just, it is what it is. And I hate that that's the answer I have to give, but that's the only answer I have for you. And that's kind of, I
was upfront about that with you. And I come back to what he said, like, to Megan in the pods, where he was like, it's a big ask to ask you to be part of my life and to like join into like a plug and play family. But it's like, he cannot move out of Denver because that's where his son lives. That's where his son's half sister lives. Like there are things that are not going to change.
No.
Yeah. And it's easier for her to change than for him. And she needs to internalize that. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
It's not going to work. Yeah. So that was episodes 10 and 11. It looks like the little preview looks like Allie and Anton, KB and Edmund, and Megan and Jordan make it to the altar. Mm-hmm. So at least we have that. So we're going to get 3 answers at the altar, presumably. But yeah, I want to get back to my question real quick. How much work is acceptable to have to put in a relationship? This was a big theme for these 2 episodes. How much work?
I think that the answer is less than what these people are having to put in and later than they're having to put it in. I think it's subjective, and it's like the work should always be proportional to the value. And the value right now is not giving enough to merit any work.
Yeah, right. So the amount of time that's already been invested, really.
Yes, and the amount of what you're getting out of it. And if all you're getting out of it is anguish and more work, then that's not acceptable.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think these people have a very warped sense of, this is a tough process. We just got to work at it. We just got to, let's get through this. And then we got to put in the work and we can make it work. And it's like, I think some things are just good. Some things just work.
Yes.
Relationships take work because two people joining a life is work. But like this level of compromise and sacrifice, and Allie maybe going to have to put up with living with alcoholic, like that's work that I don't think you should be taking on.
No. And like, let me see if I can make this metaphor work, but it's like, like if you have like a gas stove, a range or whatever, and you turn it on, it like goes click, 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 and the pilot light works, and then the burner comes on.
Right.
If I start with my stove, it's like, oh, this is the stove, works, whatever. And then like 3 years into having the stove, the pilot light goes out, where then I have to light a match every time I light the stove, turn the stove on. I'm okay with that because I know at one point this stove worked great for me, and this pilot light being out is temporary. Yes. If I come into a place and the pilot light starts out, I need a new stove.
Fantastic metaphor, analogy, whatever the hell that is. That's exactly it. Yes. I just have to pack it up.
Yes,
this shit has never worked.
Started out, it never worked. Send it back.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, that's what it is. On that note, Lauren, thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with you and Justine. I'm obsessed with you guys.
Likewise, we're obsessed with you and your sisters. I got Rachel coming in for Golden Bachelor. I got to figure out Mariah, how to bring her in or something. Can you tell the folks where to find Smith Sisters Live? What do y'all cover? Anything exciting going on?
You can find us every morning at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern on RadioAndy on SiriusXM channel 102. We also have a monthly podcast version of our show called Smith Sisters Live Deep Dive, which you can find anywhere you get your podcasts. Our most recent episode was with JoJo Siwa, and it was a great conversation. Yes. We're going to have Garcelle Beauvais on the first week in November. Nice. And we talk about Love is Blind, Love Island, Housewives, all celebrity news and pop culture, and it's really fun.
Nice. Okay, great. Check out Smith Sisters Live, guys. I will tag everything down below. Join the conversation on Patreon. We had a lot of call outs. We have a lot of questions. We are all trying to make sense of this season. Join the conversation. Sound off in the comments. And I'll be back next week, guys. Bye.